This is the usual weekend gathering, where friends meet in a cozy cafe to relax a little bit and polish their English language skills.
Friends, welcome to our next gathering. Today, we'll take a close look at a scene from the movie Avengers, Age of Ultron. I chose this scene because it's a real challenge for English learners. The actors speak quickly, not very clearly, and use a lot of unfamiliar words and expressions like Thor, Maximoff Kid, ale, and more. I'd like to ask you to watch this episode. It's going to be a real litmus test for the exercise. Let's play the beginning of the scene. Alex, you'll be Tony Stark. Ben, you'll be Steve Rogers. Please read the dialogue. For our internet listeners, a quick reminder, from this moment, repeat after the characters. This is where your English skills start growing.
Thor didn't say where he was going for answers.
Sometimes my teammates don't tell me things. I was kind of hoping Thor would be the exception.
Yeah, give him time. We don't know what the Maximoff Kid showed him.
Earth's mightiest heroes. Pulled us apart like cotton candy.
Seems like you walked away all right.
Is that a problem?
I don't trust a guy without a dark side. Call me old-fashioned.
Well, let's just say you haven't seen it yet.
You know Ultron is trying to tear us apart, right?
Well, I guess you know. Whether you'd tell us is a bit of a question.
Banner and I were doing research.
That would affect the team.
That would end the team. Isn't that the mission? Isn't that the why we fight? So we can end the fight. So we get to go home.
Every time someone tries to win a war before it starts. Innocent people die. Every time.
Great job, everyone. That scene had so many cool expressions and words to pick up. I haven't seen the movie, so I'm kind of guessing here. Chloe, before I ask you a question, I want to warn our online listeners that this is also an interactive part, and you will need to repeat everything. Let's get started. Chloe, who's Thor, and why isn't he around?
Thor is one of the Avengers. He's a powerful superhero. Kind of like a god. From Norse mythology. He's a powerful superhero, kind of like a god from Norse mythology. In this movie, he's probably absent because he's trying to figure out how to stop Ultron. In this movie, he's probably absent because he's trying to figure out how to stop Ultron.
Alex, do you know who the Maximoff kid is? Why does Tony mention her?
The Maximoff kid is Wanda Maximoff. She's also known as Scarlet Witch. She has powers like controlling minds. And she has powers like moving things with her mind. She has powers like controlling minds and moving things with her mind. I think Thor might be talking about something she showed him. Showed him with her mind control powers. I think Thor might be talking about something she showed him with her mind control powers.
Ben, Steve Rogers used the phrase, pulled them apart like cotton candy. What does that mean literally and figuratively? And what is cotton candy?
Literally, it means breaking something. Breaking something soft and fluffy into pieces. Breaking something like cotton candy into pieces. Literally, it means breaking something soft and fluffy, like cotton candy, into pieces. Figuratively, it means they were easily separated or divided. Their team wasn't strong enough to stay together. cotton candy is a type of sweet treat made from spun sugar. It's super light, fluffy, and fragile. It falls apart really easily. It's super light, fluffy, and fragile. It falls apart really easily.
Sarah, what does Tony Stark mean when he says, I don't trust a guy without a dark side? What does Tony Stark mean when he says, I don't trust a guy without a dark side?
He means that he finds it hard to trust someone. Someone who seems too perfect. He means that he finds it hard to trust someone who seems too perfect. A dark side refers to a person's hidden weaknesses. Tony might be saying that everyone has a darker side. And if someone doesn't show it, he might be hiding something. Tony might be saying that everyone has a darker side, and if someone doesn't show it, he might be hiding something.
Thank you, everyone. I think we've done enough for a productive and useful English exercise. Before we wrap up, I just want to point out that even though these two men are chopping wood together, their relationship is strained. We can tell this by the way they talk to each other. Thank you all for joining this session. It's always great to see how much progress we're making together. Keep practicing, and don't forget to revisit the phrases and expressions we covered today. If you enjoyed this exercise, don't forget to leave a comment, and subscribe for more sessions like this. Your support keeps us going. See you at our next gathering. Have a great week.